Hello YouTubers, my name is Erin and this is my very first vlog, so I'm very excited. I have made videos for my channel before, but it wasn't a vlog, and so yeah, I'm really excited to get this going. I debated for a while about what my vlog should cover, and I was thinking maybe fashion, maybe makeup, but there are a ton of fashion and makeup vlogs, and to tell you the truth, they probably all know their stuff a lot better than I do. So I decided that this one was just going to be a catch-all and that I would talk about anything and everything that came to mind. But to begin, I wanted to introduce myself. And so, as I said, my name is Erin. I'm in my 20s. I'm older than 25. I'll probably just leave it at that. I'm an elementary school teacher, and I really, really love my job most days. There are days that I struggle, as any teacher will probably tell you, but for the most part, I really love what I do. I am married. I've been married for over 5 years now, and I am a stepmom, and until very recently, the last 3 days, my daughter lived with my husband and I full-time, and she had lived with us full-time since she was tiny since we were married, and so it's been really a hard adjustment, her not being here anymore. So I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet in this video, but I am an avid reader. I love to read. So just very quickly, a few of my favorite books. My all-time favorite book, I read it for the first time when I was in 7th grade. I was 12 years old, and I've read many fantastic, amazing books since then, and this book has still remained my favorite, and it is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. As you can see, this poor thing is just absolutely beat up. I mean, it's just been very thoroughly loved and read. And as I said, I have many fabulous books that I love and adore, and to me, this is just literary perfection. This book is just amazing. So if you've not read it, I highly recommend it. So that's one of my favorites. You guys are going to think I'm a nerd, but I'm a huge fan of the Harry Potter series. This one is the Half-Blood Prince, and all of my Harry Potter books are the hardback, and so I'm just going to show this one. But I started reading these when I was 19. My sister bought me, at that time, there were only 4 books out. It was Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, and Goblet of Fire. And she got me those books when I was 19 for Christmas, and I think I read all 4 of them in less than 4 days. I mean, I didn't eat, I didn't sleep, I was just reading the books. And they start off very much, very childlike. When they begin, Harry's a year old, but when it really starts to get into the story, he's 11, and it's almost told as an 11-year-old might tell it. So it starts off very much a children's book. As Harry gets older and he matures, the language and the themes and the content all matures as well. So by the time you get to Deathly Hallows, which is the last book of the series, I feel that it's kind of heavy subject matter to be considered a kid's book. I can certainly see teenagers, and maybe anywhere from 7th grade on, reading it, but it's kind of a heavier book by that point, and the series is kind of a little bit heavier. But the point is, they are absolutely amazing. Deathly Hallows, oh my gosh, it's just beautifully written, just so beautifully written. So I definitely recommend the Harry Potter series. I'm also a fan of The Chronicles of Narnia, C.S. Lewis, amazing. I love C.S. Lewis also. This next book is not by any means a masterpiece. It's not a serious book at all. It's just for fun, and this book is hilarious. And it is The Truth About Chuck Norris, 400 Facts About the World's Greatest Human. My husband and I actually bought this book a few years ago for a White Elephant game around Christmas time, and this silly book was the hit of the party. Everyone fought over who got to get this book, and so after the party was over, we went and got our own copy because it's just so funny. I also really like, on a more serious note, I really like Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice is amazing, obviously. Mansfield Park, Emma, all very good books. I also like Jane Eyre. I'm don't know, there's never too many books. Books are just awesome. And one author that I have never been able to get into, and I'm going to get crucified for this, I just know it. I've given him 3 tries though, guys. I've not just read one book, I've read 3 of his, and I've tried, and that's Nicholas Sparks. I've never been able to get into his books. I never thought of him as a very good author. His books certainly make really fun, wonderful movies. The Notebook, amazing. But as far as the books go, I've never been able to get into him. I'm not sure why. My friends, for the most part, love Nicholas Sparks, but I haven't been able to get into him. Another thing that I really like to do that I wish I could do more of is to travel. I love to travel. Even the flights, long flights don't bother me. When I'm on the plane, I always feel like, because I'm more of an introvert, I feel like I have a lot of time to think and kind of live inside my head, which I like. But I may not have been as many places as a lot of people, but I've been to a few places. I've seen a few things. So to start with, within the U.S., I've been literally all across the continental U.S., from California all the way up, probably I think the farthest northeast I've gone is Massachusetts. As a kid, I lived in the Bronx for a little bit growing up, and I went to school in the city in Manhattan, and during that time I got to see a lot of the East Coast. We went up to the Niagara Falls in upstate New York, where you can cross over into Canada, so I've been to Canada. My husband grew up in Alaska, and I love Alaska. That really awe-inspiring, just majestic beauty. Who doesn't love that? So I've been to Alaska. I've not been to Hawaii. It's on the list, though. I want to go to Hawaii. Outside of the U.S., I've been to Mexico, and Mexico, again, gorgeous country, such awesome culture. It's kind of scary to go visit right now because of all the drug wars going on, but Mexico is a gorgeous country. I've been to Puerto Rico, and again, Puerto Rico is a territory of the U.S., but again, gorgeous country. The most amazing waters you'd ever want to swim in Puerto Rico. As far as Europe, I've been to France, I've been to Spain, I've been to England. I think that does it for Europe. My husband's been more places than me, but it's on the list. I have more places that I would like to go. Coming up in March, which is still a bit away, but in March my husband and I are taking our very first cruise, which is going to be so much fun. Very touristy thing to do, but I mean, it's going to be a very fun vacation, and we are going to be touring the Caribbean. Again, we're going back to Puerto Rico. We'll be leaving from San Juan, our cruise, and we'll be going to St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, and the Barbados. So that'll be amazing. But again, if I had all the time in the world and all the money in the world, I think I would spend all of my time traveling because I just love it so much. Well, I think that has been a pretty thorough introduction. You probably heard a lot more about me than you were expecting to, but thank you for watching. Please stay tuned. I think my next video I am going to do a review on my current favorite handbag. I love purses, but this one now is just the one that I have been using the most, the one that I've really been loving, and I think I'm going to do a review on it. But thank you for watching. Please rate and subscribe, and I will see you all soon. Bye. Chuck Norris is currently suing NBC, claiming Law and Order are trademark names for his left and right legs. Guns don't kill people. Chuck Norris does. Chuck Norris once shot down a German plane by pointing his finger and yelling, "Bang."